Controversial scenes can dramatically shift how a movie is received, for better or worse. Directors may defend their artistic vision, but studios are quick to act if a scene threatens a film's success or rating. From graphic violence to cultural insensitivity, these decisions reflect how movies must evolve with audience expectations. The stories behind these deleted scenes reveal the challenges of making films that push boundaries without crossing lines. One of the most chilling moments in The Exorcist originally featured Regan crawling down the stairs backward like a spider. Early test audiences found it so disturbing that it was removed from the theatrical release. Director William Friedkin agreed it was too jarring for the film's pacing. The scene was later restored in a director's cut and became infamous for its unsettling imagery. A scene featuring a tattoo identical to Mike Tyson's sparked legal trouble for the studio. The tattoo artist filed a lawsuit claiming copyright infringement, threatening to delay the film's release. Warner Brothers ultimately altered the tattoo in post-production for home media versions. The controversy showed how real-world rights can affect fictional content. A key scene originally showed a violent shootout inside a movie theater. After the tragic 2012 Aurora shooting during a Dark Knight Rises screening, the studio decided to pull it. The release was delayed while the scene was rewritten and reshot in a different setting. It was a rare case where real-life events directly reshaped a film's plot. The comedy faced bans in Malaysia due to its plot about assassinating the country's prime minister. Though intended to be absurd, the reference was taken seriously by Malaysian authorities. As a result, the movie was banned, and later versions were edited for international release. It highlighted how humor does not always translate across borders. A mid-credits blooper featured the character Stinky Pete making suggestive comments to two Barbie dolls. After the rise of the #MeToo movement, the scene drew criticism for normalizing inappropriate behavior. Disney later removed the moment from all future digital and physical releases. The decision reflected changing attitudes toward what is considered acceptable humor. Stanley Kubrick originally included a hospital scene at the end of The Shining, where Wendy and Danny recover and discuss the events. After test screenings, Kubrick pulled it from all theaters shortly after its release. He felt the scene weakened the impact of the mysterious ending. Only a few production stills remain as evidence that it ever existed. The satire about assassinating North Korea's leader triggered international tensions and cyber attacks against Sony Pictures. Due to safety concerns, the original theatrical release was cancelled, and several scenes were trimmed. The most graphic sequences involving Kim Jong-un were altered or softened in the final version. It became one of the most politically charged controversies in Hollywood history. An earlier version of the film included a scene where Cal attempts suicide after the ship sinks. Test audiences reacted negatively, finding it jarring and unnecessary. James Cameron chose to cut it to maintain focus on the emotional conclusion of Jack and Rose's story. The change helped preserve the film's dramatic tone and avoid unnecessary distraction. Oliver Stone's violent satire faced heavy scrutiny for its extreme and chaotic scenes. Some sequences were trimmed or removed entirely to avoid a North Carolina 17 rating. Even then, the film sparked debate about glorifying violence. The controversy cemented its reputation as one of the most heavily edited mainstream films of the 1990s. The infamous naked wrestling scene in Borat was even longer and more graphic in its original form. Preview audiences were both shocked and uncomfortable, leading to heavy edits before release. Despite the cuts, it remained one of the film's most talked about moments. The scene's notoriety showed how far comedy could stretch without fully breaking. The original cut included a longer, more emotional scene showing Dobby's death, with more dialogue and reaction from the characters. Producers decided it was too intense for younger viewers and trimmed it down. Fans later expressed a desire to see the full version, feeling it gave more closure. It's an example of emotional impact being softened for broader appeal. Edward Norton and director Tony Kaye famously clashed over the film's final edit. Kaye's original cut included scenes with harsher racial tones and more graphic violence. The studio sided with Norton and edited the film to better emphasize redemption. Many believe the cutscenes would have made the film harder to watch, but perhaps even more powerful.